Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the New York Mets going up against the Athletics.
And now, please welcome your
first pitch coming at you right after the break. Just about set. And today's starter, J.P. Sears.
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
Francisco Lindor, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1. The 1-0. And a foul ball. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that's the first out. And now it's Juan Soto. First pitch, and he just misses.
1 ball, no strike.
One down, base is empty. There's a strike. To the right side, Muncy throws to first. They get the out on Soto. Here's a Mets lineup now. This is a veteran-led lineup right here. A lot of players with plenty of experience, Singy.
Yeah, no doubt about that, Boog. These players have been around the game for a long time, and they may not have the flash that they once did, but they've got the wisdom to be able to understand different situations, be able to think with the opponent and sometimes in front of the opponent. And you always seem to see a team like this. They come to the ballpark, they know how to get down to business, and they understand what the job is at hand.
Fastball is outside.
1 ball, 1 strike.
2 outs, base is empty. Swings and he pops it up near the pitcher's mound. Sears. And makes the play, and that's out number 3. We head to the bottom of the first. No score after a half inning. And we're back. And getting the call here, Griffin Canning. What do we have on him?
Try to stay back for that power changeup. Speed differential between the fastball and the changeup is huge. Hitters, they have a hard time staying back.
Bottom of the first, and now the DH, Lawrence Butler.
The designated hitter, Lawrence Butler.
And there's a ball. And there's a foul ball. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
He has a tendency to chase out of the zone, and that slider that's down, that's one of his money pitches to get that swing and miss.
That misses the zone. 2-2.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
Inside, almost got him. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Batting second, the right fielder, Brett Rooker.
And now, Brent Rooker. Big-time power. Fought off foul. And a foul ball. Outside low, and it's 1-2. Butler gets his lead at first with nobody out. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field.
That
He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
And here's the first baseman, Tyler Soderstrom. That one fouled off. Canning checks the runner. Throws it away. Next offering is fouled back. Man at first, one away. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
Batting fourth.
And now a chance for Shea Langoliers.
Langoliers.
Pitch misses. Ball 1. And a swing and a miss.
1-1.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Two outs. And that's downstairs and outside.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. The A's strand 1. We played an inning, no score. Second inning set to go. And stepping in for New York, Brandon Nimmo. Sears back to work. That one way outside, and that is ball 1. And that's in there at the knees. Kenny Jansen doing home plate duties in this one.
Not a huge strike zone from Jansen, so he can't really be called a pitcher's umpire, but he does like the bottom part of the strike zone. We may see some pitchers steal a few strikes down there, especially the ones right below the knees. That's if their catcher can present it properly.
What about an umpire's height? How much of a role does that play in your experience and what the strike zone is like?
Yeah, I think it pushes the strike zone up a little bit, which, you know, as a former hitter, you like that. You wanted the ball up. You didn't want to have to deal with stuff down in the zone consistently.
Struck him out swinging. Slider got him for strike 3.
That was a really nice pitch call for that put-away slider right there. You look at the sequence in that at-bat, and he hadn't thrown it yet, so this makes it really tough to recognize and fight off with 2 strikes. I'm sure it looked like a fastball all the way until it wasn't.
Here's Starling Marte. And that misses. Ball 1.
1 ball, no strikes.
One down, base is empty.
Hey.
Foul ball. Ground ball up the middle. Sends it to first. Marte retired.
Good fade and sinking action of that changeup. Got that hitter to roll over.
Vientos.
And now it's Mark Vientos. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Around first and hustling for second. The throw in, and that's a double.
Well, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Challenged him with the fastball right in the heart of the zone, and he was clearly ready to jump all over it. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ball game.
So, runner at second, 2 down. Brett Beatty will hit next. Foul ball there.
Well, they're looking to get on the board first here after that clutch 2-out double made this inning interesting.
Man on second, 2 down. Off the mark there. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
Well, it's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's
a strikeout, and that'll do it for the inning.
He's in a tough spot, had to make a great pitch, did it, got the strikeout, gets out of the jam. Clearly, he's happy with those results.
And welcome back to the ballpark. We head to the bottom of the second, and now it's going to be J.J. Bleday. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Fouled off. He was late. Oh, that got away from him. And he's going to reach on a hit by pitch to lead off the inning.
Leading off for the A's,
Here's Miguel
the
Andujar.
left fielder, Miguel Andujar.
Up and in, and it's 1-0.
Ball. 2-0 to count.
And another ball. Next offering is in for a strike. Runner at first with no outs here. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Full count.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Popped up. Lindor hauls it in for the out. And there's 1 down.
Batting 7, the shortstop, Jacob Wilson.
Jacob Wilson up next for the A's.
He's hitting for that pop. Came out of the gates really strong.
Canning checks the runner, and he dives back in safely.
When you're taking your lead over there at first, you got to be very careful. This guy on the mound's got a good pickoff move.
That's in there. It's 0-1. And that's in for a strike.
I understand you want to try to gauge that guy's fastball, but you also have to be aggressive and ready to hit in your zone. Now you're in a tough spot.
0-2 now. Stays alive. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Foul ball, still 0-2.
One, two.
In the dirt, but kept close. Second inning here, no score. This one in the air. Baden makes the grab, and there's two gone.
That was a good hard fastball with some
Batting
nice
it,
ride
the
up
third
in
baseman,
the zone right
Luis.
there. Hitter looked like he was on
Luis.
it, but I think that velocity at the end just beat him. Instead of a line drive or something hit deep, it's a pop-up and an easy out for the defense.
Luis Urias, the next to hit, takes ball one.
Well, I think he's trying to get a feel for where that one missed. I mean, it could have gone either way, but he looked a little shocked for a second there.
Swing and a hard hit grounder to third, and it stays fair. Throw is high and over his head. Rounds third, headed for the plate, and he's out. Tried to score in the error, but instead the third out, and the inning is over.
Always exciting to see a play at the plate. Trying to score with 2 outs, but the tag just gets him in time, and they cut down the run to end the inning.
On to the third inning, and stepping in for New York, Tyrone Taylor. Outside low, and that's ball one. Taylor in the 8th spot in today's lineup, and he was a second-round pick back in 2012. Next offering is fouled back.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
And a pitch. Breaking ball misses down and away.
2-1.
On a line, base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
I don't know how he's able to shoot that pitch the other way and
That
still
is
put something
the
on it. That pitch was
Hayden
inside, and he let it get really deep. So pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get good wood on it. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
Next to hit, Hayden Sanger. Close, but called a ball. And that's ball one.
He might want to steal second in this spot, but he's dealing with a catcher that has one of the best pop times in the game. He needs to pick his spot very wisely.
In the air, left field, down the line. Fair ball. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Back-to-back singles,
Up
just a
next
blue
to that,
pit behind
the
third
shortstop,
right there, and that's a
Francisco
really tough play for a
Lindor.
third baseman or shortstop to get to, and the same for the left fielder. So he just found a perfect place to drop that one in right there.
So the batting order turns over, and now it's Frankie Lindor. Went down on strikes his first time through. And that's a little bit high. Ball one.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
That one is absolutely belted. That's down. One hops off the wall. One runs in. Around third. The relay in there. He's safe. It's 2-zip.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
Runner in scoring position. No outs. Juan Soto now grounded out his first time up. Swinging a foul straight back. That one not close. And now it's even 1-1. No outs. Runner on second. Swing and a miss. Missed that by a mile. 1-2. And a foul ball. He stays alive. This one in the air center field. Mlb has a beat on it and makes the grab. Runner tags at second. He makes it to third. Good base running to move up with only one out.
Now batting, the first baseman, Pete.
And now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso.
This is the classic manufacturing a run situation. A runner at third, less than 2 outs, and a golden opportunity to bring him home.
That one inside, and that is ball one. One away with a runner at third. A swing and a miss, and that's strike one.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
Base knock center field. In comes the run from third to add on. It's an RBI single. It's 3-zip.
Picks himself up an RBI. Just a very nice approach and swing right there to use the big part of the field. Everything was on time. He stayed balanced through the entire swing and just launched that one into center.
Here's Brandon Nimmo. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. And the first pitch misses for ball one.
1 ball, no strikes.
Popped up to the left into foul ground. Urias hauls it in, and there's 2 away. Starling Marte up to hit. He's 0 for 1.
Starling Marte.
That one hit to right. Rooker settles underneath it, and that is that. 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and 1 left on. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the Mets 3 and the A's nothing. And we're back. Set for the bottom of the third. Now at the plate, Max Muncy.
Muncy.
Fastball for a strike. And it's fouled away. To the right side. Toss to Alonso. 1 up, 1 down.
The designated hitter, number 4, Lawrence Butler.
So the lineup flips over. Lawrence Butler up next for the A's. Walked his first time. Swing and a miss, strike one.
In the on-deck circle, you really want to use that opportunity to see some pitches and time up the fastball. Last thing you want to do is miss a good hittable fastball early in the count.
1-1.
One down, base is empty. That's outside, and it's 2-1.
Nasty backdoor slider. There's really nothing you can do with that if you swing at it, so that's a good take by him.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Well, he had a pretty good look at that pitch and not sure exactly what tied him up there. Couldn't pull the trigger, and perhaps the best pitch he'll see in this at-bat to hit.
Swings and misses on the fastball up in the zone
Now
for the
batting,
strikeout.
right fielder.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Rooker takes Loeb's second trip to the plate in this one. Breaking ball in there for a strike.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
Up the middle, and it finds its way through for a hit, and that extends the inning. Next up for the A's, Tyler Soderstrom. His first at bat was a strikeout. Clips the outside corner, 0-1. Lifted in the air, right center field. And that will end the inning. On to the fourth. Down the third baseman, Mark Vientos.
Vientos.
There's a strike.
Well, these Mets showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. It's not just the 3 runs they've already scored. On top of that, they forced this starter to throw more pitches than he wanted to at this point of the game.
And that one upstairs, ball 1.
And that pitch count is impactful because if they can keep making him work hard out there, it may force the bullpen to get involved a little sooner rather than later.
Swing at a ball lifted to center field. Blade makes the catch, and there's one gone.
The batter, number 7. Second baseman,
Brett Beatty up now for the Mets.
Beatty.
Struck out swinging his first time. And that misses. 1-0. Right through there for a strike. Strike 2. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Up next for the Mets.
And now here's a speed threat. Outfielder Tyrone Taylor. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. And that one wrapped foul. 2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. Swings through that one for strike 2.
No ball. 2 strikes.
Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Caught on and missed. Struck him out. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Nothing doing for the Mets, but they lead it 3-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Ready to go, bottom 4. And now here's the A's catcher, Shea Langoliers. And that one fouled off.
You know, these A's just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
Swing and a pop-up foul at a play off to the right side. That'll find the stands. He goes down looking.
Now batting.
This is J.J. Bleday.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect labeled over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
And first offering is fouled off. That one to first. He takes it on his own.
Out.
Already 2 gone here in the
Well,
home 4.
Number 22.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
2 down, base is empty. Miguel Andujar up next for the A's. And that drops in for a strike. The Mets leading by 3. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Pop foul out of play off to the right. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one. Nothing doing there for the A's. They trail in this one 3-0. And we're back at the play. Hayden Sanger.
Hayden Sanger.
Sears back to work. Ball 1 there. The A's bullpen has some movement. Jose Leclerc, the veteran right-hander, appears to be loosening up. McFarland getting cranked up as well. Yeah, big swing and a miss. It was bumpy in the early going for the lefty, but he settled into a really nice groove. Line drive, base hit right field. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Now batting, the shortstop,
Here's Francisco Lindor. The shortstop takes the ball.
1 ball, no strike.
Sanger on at first, nobody out. In there at the knees, and that is strike 1. Just missed.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Next offering is fouled back. Nobody out, runner at first. Got him. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game. So he gets the call and picks up the strikeout looking.
Sometimes with a good hitter at the plate, he'll be the one to get the benefit of the doubt if he lays off on a close pitch like that, but just not right there. Strike zone definitely expanded a little bit with 2 strikes.
Here's Juan Soto. 0 for 2 in this one. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. That's a strike thanks to the sweeper.
Well, I think that pitch surprised all of us. Right down the middle, doesn't get a swing. Not very often you see a hitter lay off a cookie like that.
And he chases that one. Make it 7 strikeouts for him.
Oh, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the leadoff single. Back-to-back strikeouts, so they haven't been able to move that runner up, get him into scoring position, and try to have a better chance of scoring. I tell you, good job so far on the mound. He just needs one more out.
Here's Pete Alonso. That one finds the zone. Strike one.
No ball. 1 strike.
In the air to left center. Lede sizing this one up. He's there. He's got it. And that'll do it. Mets leave one, but they lead at 3-0. Bottom of the inning.
Leading
and
up
now
for the A's,
Jacob Wilson.
the shortstop, Jacob Wilson.
Swing and a ball popped in the air. And just foul. Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out.
Now batting, third baseman, Luis Urias.
Here's Luis Urias. Doubled his first time up.
Well, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
0-2.
1 out, base is empty. Right through there, got him. And he's up to 7 strikeouts.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you
batter,
what, pitcher and
10,
catcher on the same page
second
right now.
baseman,
Now it's the second baseman, Max Muncy. Grounded out his first time up.
The offense needs to start showing some fight against this starter. He's doing his thing out there. They're going to have to push back at some point and make him work a little bit harder.
Swing and a miss as he was late.
Looking sharp, just a strike away from 5 shutout innings.
That one way inside.
Ball.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
Ball
Next pitch, a slider that misses outside.
Full count.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And he's up to 8 strikeouts in this one. A's go quickly and quietly there. Still down 3-0.
Now pitching for
We're
the
back,
Athletics,
and they make a change to start the
number
6th.
37.
The new pitcher, Jose
Jose.
Leclerc.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right
Leading off
here.
for the Mets,
Got to do his
the
best
left
to keep the
fielder,
score
number 9,
right where it is.
Nimmo.
Nimmo stands in here, leaves that one off the inside. That one pushed to the left and foul. He swings and fouls one off. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Tied him up on a fastball inside.
You usually are going to see that inside fastball a little longer coming in from the opposite side, but that pitch really got in on him right there. I mean, that's a well-thrown pitch. Tough to do anything with that in terms of getting the hands through and the sweet spot of the bat to the baseball.
Marte in now. Takes ball one off the plate. Action in the pen down there. Justin Sterner preparing to come on if needed. Leclerc, a righty that throws with power. 31 years old. He joined the team as a free agent. That's a strike, and the count 1-1. That's out to center field. Lede under it. Puts it away for the out.
Now batting, third baseman, Mark.
So up next for New York, Mark Vientos. 1 for 2. First pitch misses.
1 ball, no strikes.
Out in front with the swing, and that is strike 1.
It's amazing to look up and see 88 miles per hour on that changeup. Back in the day, that was a pretty good fastball, but with high velocities these days, that speed differential is right where it needs to be.
2 strikes.
That one the other way, makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. Offense held in check there. Top of the order due up in the home half of the 6th. It's the Mets 3 and the A's nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. John Sciambi with Chris Singleton in the booth, and leading off the bottom of the 6th, Lawrence Butler. And a first offering, a fastball for a strike. Activity in the bullpen. Ryan Stanek getting ready to go. Brazoban warming up as well.
He doesn't seem to like the pitch up. Hasn't offered on either one of those pitches. 0-2 count now. I think the guy's going to climb the ladder out there.
That one off the mark, and the count 1-2.
1-2.
Good eye in that spot.
2-2.
The other way, and it stays fair. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he's there with a leadoff double.
Oh, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. A well-deserved double on a great swing. Got everything going on time. He stayed balanced, and he squared it up about as well as you could possibly ask.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Brent Rooker up next for the A's. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side.
Well, here's a good opportunity in this inning to get on the scoreboard after that leadoff hit, and hard the order coming up right behind them. This is where they need to get going.
And that's down and away.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Butler stands at second with no outs. Started after it, appeal to first. And Mike Fillmore right on it. He says he held up. This ball's chopped on the ground. Gets it to first. One away, bottom of the 6th.
The first baseman, number 21, Tyler Soderstrom.
So digging in, Tyler Soderstrom.
It's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion and he's in full speed.
Close, but called a ball. And that's ball one.
Evidently not too impressed with that call, and it feels like he got squeezed on the outside corner, so he's making his case. You got to be careful to pick your spots in terms of showing your frustration with the umpire, and he felt this was his time.
Man at second. Soderstrom checks his swing, appeal to third, and he went around. That's ruled a swing. And right back to the mound. Slings to first in time.
Now batting, catcher, Shea Langoliers.
And the batter now, Shea Langoliers, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. This is a guy who is very highly regarded defensively. Fun to watch him control stuff behind the plate. Good game caller, good at framing, but it's that big arm that really stands out. That one down the line, and foul ball. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Coming home, the throw in, it's off the mark, and he scores.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
Runner at first with 2 away. J.J. Bleday now at the plate. Knee high, that's in for a strike.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
In the air, left field. Nimmo ranging after it. And the inning is over. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. It's now a 3-1 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. We go to the top of the 7th, and stepping in for New York, Brett Beatty.
Beatty.
And that is out of play.
Well, these Mets, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. They've been lining the ball all over the ballpark, and unfortunately, sometimes it's right into a glove. But still, they've hit 9 line drives so far, and that's something they should feel very good about.
Next offering misses, and the count 1-2.
Speaking of those line drives, you can't get too discouraged when they don't drop in for you. It's important to remember that you pretty much did everything right, and that's just baseball sometimes.
And a swing and a miss, down on strikes. That's the first out, the top of the 7th.
Well, they've had a great plan of attack for him tonight. I mean, finding all the holes in his swing and his approach, just frustrating for him up there. You strike out a guy 3 times in a game, I think that guy's got to go back and really study some video with his hitting coach, figure out how they're beating him, make this adjustment really quick, because word will get around the league in a hurry.
That's a base hit.
Now batting, catcher.
Man at first, and now the catcher comes up to hit. Hayden Sanger, he's 2 for 2. Top of the zone for a strike. 0-1.
This might be a steal situation, but that's not your average catcher behind the dish. You have to be careful here.
That's down and in.
1-1.
Taylor leads off first with 1 away. And that's outside.
Pretty easy to give up on that pitch right there. Started on the edge of the plate with the spin. You know it's going to finish well off the plate.
Next offering is foul back. And it remains 2-2. And a swing and a miss. That K is his third of the game.
Wow, just great bite to that slider. Broke hard out of the zone, and he just couldn't hold up the swing. You know, as a hitter, that pitch is really hard to take, and there's just not much you can do with it. You know that, but you don't want to get rung up by the umpire.
Now up to hit, Francisco Lindor. This guy is one of the best athletes in the sport. That one ripped, but foul. Next offering is in for a strike. Swing and a miss, and that is that. One hit, one left. Seventh inning stretch time. It's the Mets 3 and the A's 1.
Now pitching for
We're
New
back
York.
in a new pitcher here to start the
Number
bottom of the
55.
seventh. Ryan Stanek. This is his fifth appearance of the year. Now the left fielder, Miguel
The left
Andujar.
fielder, Miguel.
Three-pitch strikeout last time up.
Andujar.
Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
And that's it for a strike. It's 0-1.
Pitching has been pretty dominant in this one, but you got to be careful. Not working with too big a lead. They could get right back in this ball game if you're not careful.
Outside, and the count even 1-1. And that one almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
2-1.
Swings through that one out in front that time.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Gets a piece and stays alive. In there, got him looking, and that one split the plate. A big first out here in the seventh via the punch out.
Yeah, it just does so much to change the outlook of an important inning like this. When you got the leadoff hitter, so critical in setting the table when you got a tight game like this. So a strikeout really puts them on their heels.
Wilson at the plate and takes high there. Base is empty, one away. Here, the bottom of the seventh. On the ground to first. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. And that'll fall for a base hit. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Now batting, third baseman.
Here's the third baseman, Luis Urias. On the corner for a strike.
Now these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
Check swing. Now we'll look down to first. No swing. Just held it back there. Falling behind 2-1.
Back-to-back breaking pitches away, you get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think the confidence level is raised right here.
Tying run at the plate. Maybe a 2-ball. 5, 4, 3. It's a double play. And that'll do it for the inning.
Poetry in motion there as the second baseman turns the double play. Nice throw to first, and that's the way to end the inning.
Now pitching for the
Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the eighth. TJ McFarland.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Juan Soto up now for the Mets. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout.
Well, he's always a threat. Even if this guy is 0 for 3 for the night with 3 strikeouts, he can come up that 4th time and do damage because he's that good.
Yeah, that's fouled off. Yo one.
Well, that's really the money spot. Down and away. If you can locate that consistently, it's going to be real tough for hitters to square that up. That's what you'd love to see relievers do coming out of that bullpen.
Not close with that one. Going to count 1-2. Swung on. Broken back grounder to third. And he'll just eat it. That's an infield single.
It doesn't really matter where you are in the lineup. Your job is to get on base and try to start a rally if you're leading off an inning. So an infield single does the job right there. Now we'll see if they can make something happen.
So a man at first. Pete Alonso up now for the Mets.
That's a ball.
That one missed.
1 ball, no strike.
Soto gets his lead at first. Nobody out. Next offering is in for a strike.
Good approach right there. You want to get something just a little higher that you can elevate. Stay out of that double play.
Runner on the move. Swing and a line drive. Base hit out into center field. And now runners at the corners. Nobody out.
2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
So runners at the corners, nobody out. Here's the left fielder, Brandon Nimmo. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. That's a base hit as a run scores.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. That's a ball that a lot of times you'll see the shortstop or left fielder be able to get to if it hangs up in the air long enough. But right there, it just died and found a way to drop in on the green stuff with base hit.
First and second. No outs. And next for the Mets, Starling Marte. That misses. And that's ball 1. And another ball.
It's getting squeezed a little bit here late.
Hit hard, should be extra bases. Alonso is waved home. 1 run across. Nimmo around third. He'll score. 2 runs are in.
4 hits in a row, and they're really swinging it here. Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap. And I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock.
Manager out of the dugout now, and he will make a move to dip into the A's bullpen. TJ McFarland out of the game, and he's responsible for the runner on second, so the book isn't closed on him yet. We'll be right back.
Now pitching for the
Justin
A's,
Sterner gets the call from
number
the pen.
60.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
And now here is Mark Vientos, 1 for 3.
Ball.
In the dirt. And that one upstairs.
Good purpose pitch right there. Trying to tease him, get him to raise his sights, pop something up, and make it an easy out.
And a strike in there.
I think he was sitting off speed right there because he just let the fastball go by.
Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. In time to get him. One away in the strikeout. And the runner stays where he is.
Oh, that slider wasn't even close to the strike zone, and he got him to chase. That's just a bad approach right there. Either he was looking for something else and got completely fooled, or he was sitting all over the slider and just couldn't resist the temptation. But, man, really expanded right there and didn't have a chance of making contact with that pitch.
Here's the second baseman, Brett Beatty. 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. Runner at second here, 1 gone. That's to third, Urias. And there's 2 down.
The batter, the center fielder, Tyrone
Taylor up now for the Mets. This is a guy who's in the lineup first and foremost because of what he contributes defensively, Chris. And when you talk about preventing runs from being scored, this guy is a big contributor. And that's outside.
I was always told it's hard to take you off the field when you play really good defense, especially at a premier position. And that's what he does.
In the air, right side of the infield. And that'll fall for a base hit. Runner from second scores as they add on. It's an RBI single. It's 7-1.
No, he didn't get much of that one, but it's going to look like a line drive in the box score tomorrow. He clearly didn't catch that one on the big part of the bat, just kind of muscled it out there. And, you know, on the mound, it can be pretty frustrating for a pitcher, but you just kind of have to expect those to drop in there sometimes.
Sanger stands in now and watches strike 1. Here's your 1. And a foul ball. And that's downstairs and outside. Two outs. Squirts away from Langoliers. Runner holds tight as the count moves to 2-2. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Got him to go up the ladder for the K. They get 4 runs on 5 hits, no errors, and leave 1. Last half of the 8th coming up. It's the Mets 7 and the A's 1. This game's a bit of a blowout, Singy. Let's talk about something random.
Let's do it.
Singy, where do you stand on the wave?
Well, the wave of star players in MLB or the wave around this ballpark?
The wave around the ballpark.
I think it's a little outdated. I'm more of a thundersticks guy.
And that's not outdated. And first offering is fouled off. Next offering is outside. You also had the pleasure of going over and hitting and taking batting practice at a big leaguer's house. Who was that?
Yeah, Willie McGee, one of the greatest of all time, in my opinion. Not
he
in
lived
the Hall
in your
of...
neighborhood.
Yeah, his folks live right down the street from me, and that's where his batting cage was. I used to look out of my backyard down the hill and just dream of one day maybe being able to go over and hit with them. And that dream became a reality when I was drafted by the San Francisco Giants.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Lawrence.
Now the A's designated hitter, Lawrence Butler. And a swing and a miss there.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
Next offering is in for a strike.
0-2. One, two.
The Athletics with a lot of ground to make up here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Goes down looking for the strikeout. Called strike 3 and a fastball up in the zone.
Now batting.
2 outs, base is empty. Next up for the A's, Brent Rooker. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
Close one, doesn't get the call. Ball 1.
I can't play around with him here. It's a 6-run lead at this point. Got to attack hitters, even if you give up a solo shot.
And there's a breaking ball that drops in there.
He doubled up on the off speed there. We talk about the power fastball, but he's working a little differently here.
Chopped out in front of the plate. Safe at first, and an infield single keeps the inning going.
With 2 outs, you just want to find a way to keep the line moving for the next guy. So an infield single right there does the job. Nicely done, just putting it in play and getting down to first to keep this inning alive. You never know what might come next as a result.
And now the first baseman, Tyler Soderstrom. 0 for 3 in this one. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
No ball. 1 strike. No.
Rooker leads off first with 2 down to the inning. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. The A's strand 1. They're down 7-1. And we're back, and the batter will be the shortstop, Francisco Lindor. Sterner back to work. Sterner goes 6'1", 215 pounds, and he found his way onto the team after being claimed off waivers. Chop back up the middle. And that one handled on the run. Throw to first. Nicely done for the out.
Up next for the Mets, the designated hitter, Juan.
So now here's
Soto.
the Mets DH, Juan Soto.
With this kind of lead, he can swing freely, try to hit the ball out of the park, do what he loves to do.
That one's upstairs, ball 1. Base is empty, 1 away here in the top of the 9th. And there's a ball. And another ball. And now 3-1.
Thought the green light might be on right there, but maybe not. If you're looking to swing in that count, that's the pitch you want.
And that one is lifted in the air. It falls in, and that's a base hit.
Up next for the Mets,
Pete Alonso up now for the Mets.
Alonso.
First pitch doesn't find the zone.
1 ball, no strikes. Ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes.
Fastball for a strike. And that one hammered. That's back. And that one is going to go. His 4th home run of the season. It's 9-1.
It's no surprise this guy has won the home run derby multiple times. He was born to hit them. The pitcher knew as soon as that ball left his fingertips, it was trouble. Right on a platter, right down the heart of the plate. I'm sorry, but big league hitters don't miss that pitch.
1 down. Brandon Nimmo digs in now. Just missed. Plenty of offense in this one, Singy. I guess you'd say kind of what we expected, though.
Well, this was a game, looking at the pitching matchup, where you expected offense to score, and not as lopsided as this. But, yeah, you definitely expected to see some offense coming up.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. 2 away now.
The right fielder, number 6, Starling.
2 down, base is empty. Starling Marte up now for the Mets. Just missed. Fouled off left side.
A little early on that fastball. I'm sure the pitcher taking a note. Look for an off-speed pitch on this next one.
And that one is inside. Right through there for a strike. Inside, just missed. Cut on and missed. Curveball struck him out. A Pete Alonso blast for the Mets. And welcome back. Here's the veteran shortstop, Francisco Lindor.
The shortstop, Francisco Lindor.
That one outside. And this one is off and running. Ripped to short. Zips it across, and the first out of the game is an easy one. Let's take a peek at the Mets lineup here. And Chris, this group has been struggling to put up runs lately.
Well, they haven't been on base a ton, and even when they are, they haven't been hitting very well with the runners on base. So they need a player or two to really step up, have some quality at bats, hit according to the situation, and sort of break out of this. I think if they do, the rest of this lineup will follow.
Juan Soto in the box here lets that one go for a ball. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. So a man aboard now with one away.
Batting third, the first baseman, Pete Alonso.
Here's Pete Alonso. He has, as they like to say,
let me guess, Boog, light tower power?
That's right. And that's through there for a strike. 0-1. Soto, the runner at first with one gone in the inning. And
That's
ball 1.
1-1.
And strike 2.
I would throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
In the air, left side on Duhar. 2 down.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Here's Brandon Nimmo.
Boog, here's a guy at the plate. I'm expecting to have a good game. He always seems to play better in road games.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. That one pushed foul, out of play off to the left. Two outs. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Soto rounds second, heads for third. Coming home. He will score.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. He somehow got to that outside pitch and pulled it hard into the outfield. Not exactly what you're supposed to do with that kind of location, but you wouldn't know it by how the ball came off his bat.
So, runner at second, 2 down. And here's the veteran outfielder, Starling Marte. There's a strike. Man on second, 2 down. And that's way high. And 1-1.
One strike.
Line drive. Muncy slings to first. Marte retired. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. One for the Mets here on the RBI double. It's now 1-0. Major League Baseball is on the show. Back here with my pal Singy, and getting the call here, Griffin Canning. What's the word on him?
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
Lawrence Butler, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1. In the air, pretty deep out to center field. Taylor ranging after it. And there's one away. And time now to check out the A's lineup. Already trailing by a run in this one. They'll be looking to get on the scoreboard early on as well.
Well, it's just the one run, so not too big a hill to climb. But, yeah, if they can answer back in this inning or at least in the next couple, that'll maybe settle everyone into this ball game, and that includes their own starter on the mound.
Brent Rooker batting with one down, takes a strike. And there's a foul ball. One down, base is empty. Got him swinging.
Well, clearly just anxious right there, and understandably so. In an 0-2 count, you feel like you've got a lot of plate to cover, and you don't want to strike out, and you end up striking out. That's just one of those pitches where it's not over the plate, but because you committed to it as it was leaving his hand, by the time you realized it wasn't going to be in the zone, it's too late to hold up your swing.
2 down, nobody on. That's in there, and the count is 0-2.
He doesn't seem to like to pitch up. Hasn't offered on either one of those pitches. 0-2 count now. I think the guy's going to climb the ladder out there.
That one misses, and the count is 1-2. 2 outs, base is empty. Got him looking. That's a strikeout. And the A's are gone in order. They're down 1-0. And we're back. Now the third baseman, Mark Vientos.
Mark Vientos.
And the first offering a fastball for a strike. And misses inside.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
Mike Fillmore, our plate umpire. Very consistent with his zone, Chris. Gets a lot of praise for that.
He does, Boog, and I think that with any umpire, you really just want them to be consistent. Fillmore's a guy that does a good job back there in that way, so people around the league really appreciate his consistency.
And here it comes. That one missing inside. Chris, do players ever change their approach in meaningful ways based on who's umpiring, or is it good to just be aware of tendencies so you're not that surprised?
I'd say the latter, because the pitcher's got to pitch to his strengths regardless. The hitter's got to hit to his strengths. So you're aware of it, but you have to just hunt for what you can handle.
So up next, Brett Beatty. That one fouled off. As the game has moved along, we see more and more information supplied by teams about the umpires. I've been in clubhouses where they have pictures of all 4 umpires, nicknames, hometowns, and as well hobbies listed, just so you can kind of small talk the umpire a little bit.
That's great.
And that's outside. 1 out, base is empty. Next pitch in for a strike. 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
High in the air, out to right. Rooker puts it away for the out.
Maybe caught that one off the end just a little bit. Couldn't quite barrel it up enough to really drive it.
The center fielder.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's the center fielder, Tyrone Taylor. In the air, center field. Lede on the move. Makes the grab, and that's the inning. After an inning and a half, it's 1-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom half of inning number 2. Stepping in, Shea Langoliers. First offering, and it just misses. Strike one.
They just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
There's a swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Fights that one away, still 1-2.
Got some cut action to it. Velocity pretty good on that slider. So far, moving the ball around nicely.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Batting fifth.
This is J.J. Blade.
J.J. Blade.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1.